Hello everyone. Today, we will be exploring how to set up attribute-based pricing in Salesforce Revenue Cloud Advanced. Here are the steps that we are going to follow. First, create an attribute pick list and the related attribute definition. Second, assign attributes to product. Third, configure attribute-based adjustments. And finally, sync Salesforce pricing setup. Here are the product and attribute details. As specified in the table at the bottom, I'm going to configure a color attribute that increases the product price by $100 when the orange value is selected. Let's jump into the system and start with creating an attribute pick list. You need to go to the Product Catalog Management homepage. Under the Attributes section, select the pick list link. Create a new pick list. Enter the necessary details like attribute pick list name. Enter the code. Set status as active. Select data type as text. And save it. Now, under the related list, add attribute pick list values one by one. Click on New. Enter attribute pick list value information like attribute pick list value name as white. Enter the code. Select status as active. Set default to true to designate this option as the default value in the pick list. Enter the value. Enter the display value. Enter a numeric sequence value to define the order in which this option appears in the pick list. And click Save and New to create another pick list value for the orange color. Similar to the white attribute pick list value, enter the necessary details for the attribute pick list value for the orange color. Select status as active. Keep default flag unchecked. Enter default value and value. Enter the sequence. And click Save. Once the attribute pick list is ready, let's start building the attribute definition. Go back to Product Catalog Management homepage again. Go to the Attributes section and select the Attributes link. Create a new attribute definition and enter the attribute definition name. Enter the label. Provide the API name. Select data type as pick list. Select the attribute pick list that we just created in the pick list field. Set active flag to true. Also, set required flag to true. And save. Now, our attribute definition is ready. Now, let's associate the attribute definition to the iPhone product. Let's go back to Product Catalog Management homepage. To create a product classification, let's go to Product Classification link and click on New. Provide product classification name. Enter the code. Set status as active and save it. Now, go to the Attributes tab. To assign attributes to the product classification, click Assign. Here, you can assign individual attributes or a group of attributes through the attribute category. Let me select Assign Individual Attributes and click Next. Go to the Uncategorized tab. Select the attribute you just created and click Assign. Now, you need to associate the product classification to the product. To do that, Go to the product that you have created. Let me select the iPhone 17 product. Click Edit. Select the product classification that we just created as a value in the Based On field and save it. Now, go to the Attributes tab under the product and you can see that the color attribute has got associated to this product. As we want the color attribute to update pricing based on the selection, we need to mark it as price impacting in RCA. To do that, go back to the product classification record. Open the Attributes tab. Edit the color attribute. Set is price impacting flag to true. And click Save. Now, let's create an attribute-based adjustment for this product. Navigate to the Price Management app. On the home page, select Price Adjustment Schedules. From the list, choose Standard Attribute-Based Adjustment Schedules. Next, open the Attribute-Based Adjustment tab and click New. Select the product. Select Product Selling Model. Select Adjustment Type as Override. You can also configure adjustments based on either a fixed amount or a percentage in attribute-based pricing. Enter adjustment value as 1100 as we want to increase the price to 1100 for color equal orange. Enter effective from date as the start date for when this adjustment becomes active. Click Next. Now, define the condition that will trigger this adjustment. In this case, we want the price to increase when the color attribute equals orange. So, select color equal orange as the trigger condition. Finally, click Save. Now our attribute-based adjustment is created successfully. This means whenever user selects orange as a color for iPhone 17 product, the system will automatically apply a higher price. Check if standard attribute-based adjustment schedules is activated already. If not, check active checkbox. Now we need to sync the pricing setup so that the changes take effect. Go back to Setup and in the Quick Find box, search for Salesforce Pricing Setup. Go to the Sync Pricing Data section and click the Sync button. The sync process may take a couple of minutes, so please be patient. Once the sync is complete, go back to your code and refresh the page if it's already open. Let me add iPhone 17 product on the code. Click Browse Catalog button, select the appropriate catalog. Select the appropriate category. Identify the necessary product and click Configure icon to open the product configuration screen. Here, enable the instant pricing. As you can see, the price defaults to $1,000 for the default color attribute value white. Now, change the color attribute value to orange. The system will automatically recalculate the price to $1,100 and you'll see the updated price reflected instantly. This is how you can configure attribute-based pricing in Salesforce RCA. I hope this video was useful. Share your questions in the comments and be sure to like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.